I have a confession to make. I overheard you talking to Diane.
Isn't it bad manners to eavesdrop?
Well, it was my life that you were discussing. Apparently 6 months in jail for denting that police car.
Not if you do what I tell you.
It's your fault that I sideswiped that police car. I was distracted because you kissed me.
That's your defense.
Well, I shouldn't need a defense. I am willing to pay whatever fine it is, no matter how outrageous. Why? Why can't that just be enough?
See, this is how you get yourself in trouble. Because you want to get out of this mess, right? Well, you got to start acting like a regular person.
I think that you underestimate my circle of influence.
Your snobby friends ain't going to get you out of jail. The judge is going to take one look at you and see a wealthy, privileged woman. He's going to want to take you down a notch. And if you think you're too important to prosecute, he's not going to hesitate to put you in one of those bright orange suits. So it would be nice for you to work up a little humility, show a little remorse for what you did.
Sonny, was it really such a big deal?
You just hit a police car. What's next? An elderly person?
No.
A little boy?
No, I wouldn't hit a person.
I'm just saying what the DA is going to say. That's all I'm telling you. So you got to do what's right.
Okay. Could you do this? I mean, could you act remorseful and apologetic?
I don't know.
All right. Because to stay on top, you can't go around admitting that you're wrong. You've got to act strong and confident, whether or not that's how you actually feel.
Well, you also need to be realistic and know when to face reality.
I can make your legal difficulties go away, but it's going to require a small compromise.
Were you listening, Kate?
What do I have to do? I cut a deal for Miss Howard. Kate, Diane, please call me Kate. It's being taken to the judge as we speak.
So you took my advice.
Well, the assistant DA was a very reasonable woman. And a huge fan of couture. She practically apologized to Miss Howard. Kate, for having to give her minimal community service.
That was easy.
Well, Diane was brilliant. I thought that I was good at talking on my feet, but I do not hold a candle to this highly accomplished attorney of yours. Oh, please, Kate, I've seen you on television running circles around reporters. Oh, Diane, those are tricks of the trade. Meanwhile, you are saving people from the unbridled hell of prison. It was the least I could do, Kate. You know what? I am eternally grateful. And to show my gratitude, I'm going to set up a fitting for you, personally, with Carl. You know, I have worked as a legal aid, public defender, clerked for a moron, slaved until 3 a.m. at one of those huge corporate law firms. And every once in a while I've asked myself, is it worth it? And at this moment I can honestly say, it is.
Have you talked about a fee?
Fee. Oh my. I think she's happy with her fee.
You know, she's as tough as nails as a lawyer, top of her game. It's amazing the effect that you have on her.
Well, she has a healthy respect for the arbiters of style.
Yeah, I got a healthy respect for one of them myself.
Are you trying to take advantage of my good mood?
Is it working?
I don't know, you're too far away.
Really? How's that?
It's better.
You know, you're going to be doing community service, which means you're going to spend a lot of time in Port Charles, so that means that, you know, you got to figure out things to do so you don't get bored.
Not worried.
Neither am I. Oh. Excuse me. So,
Celebrating the cakewalk plea bargain that Miss Howard thinks she got away with, huh? I'd hold off on that if I were you. My inexperienced DA signed off on Miss Howard's plea bargain, and I didn't agree to it.
Just let it go.
No, this is a little thing called the larceny. See, Miss Howard committed a crime, and she needs to pay for it. I'm going for the maximum sentence.
But I barely scraped that police cruiser. No one was hurt.
This is your second hit and run, Miss Howard. You're not getting off with a slap on the wrist. I know you're used to that, but you have to be taught a lesson.
So you hurt her to get to me? Is that what you're doing?
Whatever do you mean, sir?
Well, you wouldn't show up here if it was just a fender bender.
Well, look, I understand that you have police officers in your back pocket. I mean, you get away with whatever you want, right? You're untouchable. But that doesn't go for the people who are naive enough to associate with you. And if they don't know any better, then they're going to be the ones to suffer, starting with your friend Kate.
It's not going to happen,
Oh,
Chris.
really? What are you going to do to stop it?
Please, Rick, be reasonable.
I am being reasonable, Miss Howard, believe me. And when you're sitting in jail, and your reputation as well as your career is disintegrating, and the media feeding frenzy is turning you into a national joke, you just remember, you can thank him for it.